Hello and welcome to our daily bulletin. Following are the headlines. Romanian Prime Minister Dacian Cioloș visits Vietnam. Mekong Delta is urged to review development master plan. PCA, China's claims under 9-dash line contrary to UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. The ongoing official visit to Vietnam by Laos Vice President Van Kham Viphavanh will actively contribute to reinforcing and developing the special rapport and solidarity between Vietnam and Laos. State President Trần Đại Quang made the comment at a reception for the Lao leader in Hanoi on July 12.
President Quang hailed the outcomes of the talks between Van Kham Viphavanh and Politburo member, standing member of the Communist Party of Vietnam Central Committee Secretariat Đinh Thị Huỳnh and Vice President Đặng Thị Ngọc Thịnh. He suggested the two countries work together to successfully implement the bilateral cooperation agreement for the 2016 to 2020 and the collaboration plan between the Vietnamese and Lao governments in 2016. For his part, Van Kham Viphavanh, who is also Politburo member and standing member of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party Central Committee Secretariat, applauded cooperation achievements between two nations in the past, saying that they have contributed significantly to national construction and development of the Lao people. The Lao leader promised to do his utmost in his new positions to tighten the special amity and solidarity between two countries for the sake of their people.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc held talks with his Romanian counterpart Dacian Cioloș following a welcome ceremony held for the guest in Hanoi on July 12.
At the talks, the two leaders agreed to effectively implement the Vietnam-Romania Joint Committee on Economic Cooperation mechanism, boost two-way trade, and encourage investment in infrastructure, energy, food processing, pharmaceuticals, environmental protection, water resources management, and tourism. They pledged to enhance collaboration in education and training, science and technology, and defense and security. Discussing regional and global issues of shared concern, the two prime ministers expressed their pleasure with the close and effective liaison at global forums. As an active member of the European Union, Romania supports the strengthening of the relationship between Vietnam and the EU and calls on the EU to recognize Vietnam as a full market economy soon. On the EC issue, they expressed concern of the recent developments and underscored the need to settle disputes by peaceful means in line with international law, particularly the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the EC, toward the early formulation of a code of conduct in the EC.
Also on July 12, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng hosted a reception for Romanian Prime Minister Dacian Cioloș. The party chief briefed his guest about Vietnam's situation and expressed his wish to step up multifaceted cooperation with Romania, especially in economy, defense, and at multilateral forums. He called on Romania, together with other nations in the European Union, to continue supporting the stance of Vietnam and ASEAN on the settlement of disputes in the sea through peaceful measures and in line with international law. Prime Minister Cioloș spoke of Romania's achievements and experience in agricultural and rural developments, as well as in the process of industrialization and international integration. He also affirmed that Romania will try its best to develop the traditional friendship and cooperation with Vietnam. Receiving the Romanian Prime Minister on the same day, State President Trần Đại Quang described the ongoing visit as an important milestone, opening up new prospects for cooperative ties between Vietnam and Romania in the future. While implementing its foreign policy of multilateralization and diversification of international relations, Vietnam has always attached importance to developing the relationship with Romania and traditional friends in Central and Eastern Europe. For his part, Prime Minister Dacian Cholos said Vietnam is one of Romania's prioritized partners in Asia. He affirmed that Romania will soon approve and urged the EU to officially sign the Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement. The leader also stressed Romania's support for the settlement of disputes through peaceful measures.
The same day, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh met with Romanian Foreign Minister Lazar Comanescu. They pledged to direct the two foreign ministries to work closely with ministries, agencies and localities to effectively realize agreements reached during the visit. Host and guests were agreed to promote bilateral cooperation on the international arena and within the framework of the United Nations, the Asia-Europe meeting, the European Union and ASEAN.
The 13th National Assembly Standing Committee wrapped up its 50th session on July 12 after 2 days of sitting.
During the session, the committee members mapped out supervision and lawmaking programs for 2017. They agreed that the National Assembly and its standing committee's supervisory activities this year have been in line with the reality of the country and basically met voters' expectations. The National Assembly Standing Committee agreed that for 2017, the Parliament will supervise the implementation of policies and laws on food quality, safety and hygiene management, and administrative reforms. Meanwhile, the committee will examine the execution of policies and laws on the investment in and operation of transport facilities constructed under the Build, Operate, Transfer (BOT) format, along with those of fishermen and sea-based economic development.
Deputy Prime Minister Trương Hòa Bình has urged competent agencies to build a synchronous legal system and impose strict sanctions to prevent corruption effectively. Bình made the request at a national conference to review the 10-year implementation of the law on corruption prevention and control in Hanoi on July 12. The Deputy Prime Minister asked ministries, sectors and localities to push ahead with fine-tuning mechanisms, policies and law to promptly address loopholes in socio-economic management. Participants said the system of legal normative documents on counter-corruption has been established and increasingly improved over the past 10 years. However, some unfeasible regulations still exist. They agreed on the necessity to revise the law on corruption prevention and control, which should create an extensive and inclusive anti-corruption mechanism to promote public and transparent state socio-economic management. Over the past decade, the Government Inspectorate has conducted a number of administrative and specialized inspections, detecting violations of economic laws amounting to nearly 60 trillion Vietnam dong, $2.7 billion, and over 400 hectares of land. A master plan and development scenarios for the Mekong Delta region will be reviewed to suit the integration trend and adapt to climate change. Deputy Prime Minister Vương Đình Huệ gave the command during a conference on July 12 as part of the ongoing 9th Mekong Delta Economic Development Forum in Hậu Giang Province. Deputy Prime Minister Huệ said that the move aims to create a closer regional connection in socio-economic infrastructure in response to climate change. He asked sectors and scientists to seek sustainable growth mechanisms for the Mekong Delta region with practical, accurate and specific studies on the impacts on a number of farm products in the region amidst integration and climate change conditions. With the theme Mekong Delta, Active Integration and Sustainable Development, the conference is a chance for foreign and domestic businesses to meet and set up business partnerships. It also gives opportunities to management officials, scientists and investors to discuss measures to remove obstacles for the region's development and integration. The Permanent Court of Arbitration on July 12 issued its ruling on the Philippines' case against China's territorial claims in the East Sea. The ruling clearly stated that China has no legal basis to claim historic rights to resources within the so-called 9-dash line. The ruling stressed that China's claims to historic rights for waters within the 9-dash line are contrary to the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. According to the court, China has caused permanent and irreparable harm to the coral reef ecosystem at the Spratly Cheung-Sa archipelago, and that it also has no historic title of waters of the East Sea. The tribunal added that China has interfered with traditional Philippine fishing rights at Scarborough Shoal. Despite the international community's protest, China brazenly claims sovereignty over 80% of the East Sea through the 9-dash line claim. It has also continually reclaimed and constructed an array of infrastructure facilities on artificial islands in the East Sea. While answering reporters' questions about Vietnam's response to the tribunal's issuance of the ruling, Foreign Ministry spokesman Lê Hải Bình said, Vietnam once again reiterates its consistent stance on this lawsuit, and it was fully shown in the Vietnamese Foreign Ministry's declaration on December 5, 2014, sent to the arbitration tribunal. In that spirit, Vietnam strongly supports settling disputes in the East Sea through peaceful measures, including diplomatic and legal processes without the use of threat to use force, as in line with the regulations of international law. On this occasion, Vietnam once again affirms its sovereignty over Hoàng Sa, Paracel, and Trường Sa Spratly archipelagos, the sovereignty over internal waters and territorial waters, the sovereign right and jurisdiction over Vietnam's exclusive economic zone and continental shelf, as defined in line with the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. A Vietnamese Fruit Day was held at the Macro Stanuki supermarket in Prague, the Czech Republic on July 11. More in the following report. The event, organized by the Ministry of Industry and Trade in collaboration with the Vietnamese Embassy and the Macro Group, was aimed at promoting Vietnamese fruits and seeking opportunities for the farm produce to enter into the Czech Republic and other Eastern and Central European countries. At the event, 19 kinds of Vietnamese fresh fruits, including longan, lychee, custard apple, banana, sapodilla plum, dragon fruit, rambutan, mango, and jackfruit, were on display and sold. Customers had a chance to taste and learn about the use and benefits of the tropical fruits. Vietnam gained a 33% year-on-year increase in the fruit and vegetable export value to reach $1.17 billion for the first half of 2016, said the Vietnam Fruit and Vegetables Association. The country expects to make $2 billion on fruit and vegetable exports this year. Last year, Vietnam's fruit and vegetable export value reached $1.8 billion, 23.7% higher than 2014. The Vietnam National Administration of Tourism has named Ban Nai Hills Resort among the top 5 best resorts in Vietnam. Ban Nai Hills had been in annual awards of the administration for the second consecutive year. The award would not only affirm the prestige, quality of service, and contributions of the growth of Ban Nai Hills Resort, but would also help to attract domestic and international visitors to Da Nang City in particular and Vietnam in general. In recent years, Ban Nai Hills has continuously introduced innovations to improve facilities and infrastructure to make it a fun resort and offers excellent art and festival events. The resort is located at an altitude of 1,487 meters above the sea level southwest of Da Nang. It offers entertainment, tourism, and shopping opportunities and other activities. And that has wrapped up our bulletin. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.